What is going on, you guys? KoCore be back here today with another video, and as many of you guys know, this Sunday is the Royal Rumble event. It's the 31st annual Royal Rumble, and as you guys know, it is historic because not only do we have a 30-man Royal Rumble matchup, but for the first time ever, we're also going to have a 30-woman Royal Rumble matchup. And guys, I mean, this is going to be a good event, I believe. I think, you know, if it is booked properly and correctly, it can be one hell of a show. But in my opinion, guys, some things need to happen in order to ensure that this is a great show and that sets up for an even greater WrestleMania. So no, you guys, these are not my predictions for the Royal Rumble. This is how I think the Royal Rumble should go down. Okay, so just an FYI, the only thing I'm doing off the pre-show is Bobby Roode's open invitation, his open challenge for the US Championship. Because, quite frankly, I think that's the only thing that really matters on the pre-show. The other stuff is just cruiserweights and Gallows and Anderson versus Revival, which we saw on Raw 25. So, for Bobby Roode's open invitation, his open challenge for the United States Championship, how I'd have it go down is I would have none other than Dolph Ziggler return to accept it. But I will not have them fight at the Royal Rumble. I would have Bobby Roode await an opponent, and Dolph Ziggler, his music would hit. He'd come out, you know, to reveal, like, under a suit maybe, that he still has the United States Championship. He would still be wearing the United States Championship around his waist. You know, he'd take off his suit jacket or open it up and show that he's got a title, and Bobby Roode standing there with the title. So I would have them both have the championships, and I would not have that say a word. I would not have either of the two say a single word. I would have Dolph Ziggler look at Roode, they just stare each other down, then Ziggler would slowly point to the WrestleMania sign, Roode would turn his shoulder to look at the Mania sign, and that would set up for a WrestleMania champion versus champion, winner to take off matchup for the United States Championship to find out who the true United States Champion is. So that's how I would do Bobby Roode's open challenge at the Rumble. Okay, so for Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan taking on Sheamus and Cesaro for the Raw Tag Team titles, I would have Sheamus and Cesaro win because of a miscommunication between Rollins and Jordan. And then after the matchup, after Sheamus and Cesaro have captured the Raw Tag Team titles, I would have Jason Jordan finally snap, finally go full heel, turn on Seth Rollins, which would not set up for a Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan matchup, but set up for perhaps a Seth Rollins versus Kurt Angle matchup. You see what I do there is I would have Seth Rollins, you know, smack talking Jason Jordan over the coming weeks leading up to WrestleMania, and Kurt Angle, Raw GM, would come out and say, hey, you can't talk to my son Jason Jordan like that, you know, you can't talk to him like that, nobody talks to my son like that. And that was set up for a matchup between Seth Rollins and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, because quite frankly, Seth versus Jason Jordan would be a good matchup, but it's just not WrestleMania worthy, but WrestleMania fitting in my opinion. So that's how I would have that one go down. Then we have a 2-out-3 falls match between Jimmy and Jay the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I would have the Usos retain this one. I don't care who gets what falls. I would just have the Usos walk out still champions. But after the matchup, I would have none other than Akub and Razar, the authors of Pain, attack the Usos from behind. That's right, I would have them make their main roster debut, attacking the Usos, just beating the crap out of them, which will set up for a WrestleMania matchup between the Usos and the authors of Pain for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship titles. Then we have the Universal Championship Triple Threat match, Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane for the title. Lesnar obviously the champion. I would have Brock Lesnar retain this one. I know most people want to see Braun Strowman walk into Mania as world champion, but I think Braun Strowman's time is not right now. I know he's super over, but right now Braun Strowman is so over, he doesn't even need the title right now. So I would have Brock Lesnar retain the title, also just because I think it'd be cool for Brock to be champion from one Mania to another. You know, he won the title last year's Mania, then walks into this Mania still champion. I just think that'd be a really cool thing to do. So I would have Brock Lesnar retain the Universal Championship. I think it'd keep the title relevant. I think it'd make the title more important. And I just think Brock Lesnar walking into Mania as champion is the right decision to make right now. Then it is a 1-on-2 handicap matchup for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I would have AJ Styles retain the title. I just think AJ needs to walk into Mania as champion. I think it'd be the best move for the company, and I know AJ can perform on that high level at WrestleMania. So I have Styles defeat Owens and Zayn, and I would have some sort of miscommunication between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in this matchup that would cause them to lose, because I think at WrestleMania this year, we need to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn one more time. Well, like we all know Owens and Zayn, they can put on hell of a matchup. Just absolutely classics in the ring. So just imagine that at WrestleMania. I mean, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, Owens and Zayn need to split up soon, and then that could lead them into a great matchup at WrestleMania. Next, we have the first ever Women's Royal Rumble matchup, and I'm going to say right now, either Becky Lynch or Asuka need to win this matchup. They need to. Becky Lynch, it could completely just revive her career if she won this matchup, and Asuka, well, we all know how dominant Asuka is. You know, it would be great for Asuka to go on the Mania for a championship matchup as well. Just please do not have it be Ronda Rousey. I love Ronda Rousey. I think she'd be great in WWE. But, I mean, on her first night winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble matchup, that honor deserves to go to a professional wrestler, a woman who has been doing this for their whole lives. So, Becky Lynch or Asuka, they gotta walk out as the winner of the Royal Rumble matchup. Finally, it is the men's 30-man Royal Rumble matchup. And I would have the final four of this matchup be Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And here's how it'd go down. I would have Roman and Finn, they'd just be fighting out. Shinsuke and Randy would be fighting out. And then Randy Orton would be eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Roman would come up from behind and toss out Shinsuke. So it'd be down to Roman Reigns and Finn Balor. And those two would go at it. They would fight at it. And finally, somehow, Finn Balor would eliminate Reigns. Finn Balor would somehow get Roman over the top rope, get Roman Reigns out of there. Finn Balor wins the Rumble. He goes on to main event WrestleMania. But Finn Balor would end up taking on Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns could win the Elimination Chamber. And if Reigns wins the Elimination Chamber, he would be added to that matchup. So WrestleMania, we have a triple threat matchup for the Universal title. Balor versus Brock versus Roman. And I mean, Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar would be a great matchup. But adding Roman Reigns in there, I know most of y'all probably don't like Roman. But Roman, you can't lie. This dude, he's a good athlete. He's a good wrestler. So if we added Roman to it, that'd be one great triple threat matchup at Mania. So it'd be Reigns versus Lesnar versus Balor for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania after Finn Balor won the Royal Rumble. And Finn Balor would win the Universal title at Mania. And then I would have at Fastlane, Shinsuke Nakamura take on Randy Orton. The winner faces Styles at Mania for the title. Shinsuke beats Orton. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So there you go, guys. That's how I think the Royal Rumble 2018 should go down. That's how I would book it. That's how I think everything should go down. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Back against me like you turn against the breeze. How'd you walk away and leave? What is happening? I've been looking for